I'm just walking to the car because I left my phone in it. Luckily, we're not camped too far away. It's a little bit of a diversion, but not too much. And then we're going to head up into the hills. You have to pee as well in a minute. Oh, but yeah, there's a little bit of snow here and there. Not too bad. Probably be a bit more higher up. Oh, it's a little walk along this path. But anyway, yeah, I just got to go and get the phone, and then we'll get walking. It's 11:30. I must admit, I don't like this icy stuff. Just, when you're down south, you're just not used to it. It makes me very nervous. Anyway, hopefully the car's just up here, so we'll grab my phone and then head back down again. It's very remote here, so I doubt anyone's even been by the car. So Chris, on camera, this is, are we in the Lairig Ghru now, or is this approaching the Lairig Ghru?
Well, we're starting the ascent into the pass. It depends, you know, how much of it is the Lairig Ghru.
Right.
We're on the Lairig Ghru path.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're in the, if you like, the mouth of the Lairig Ghru. You can see that we've now got slopes either side. The flatter area of forest, of Rothiemurcus forest, is now over there.
Right.
So we've entered, you know, the glen that leads up to the top of the Lairig Ghru.
Right.
And this stream down here runs out of the Lairig.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, we're just in the Lairig Ghru here.
And what's our plan? What was our plan, and what is our plan now for today?
Well, our plan, if the weather had been reasonable, was basically to go up 2 hills over here, which you can just see the bottom of, which aren't that high, because it did look like the tops would be clagged in. We're talking here about hills 600-700 metres, and they're clagged in, and coming down those slopes there, and back to join this path somewhere over there. But as you can see, we're not going to see anything if we do that. I think the descent will be horrendous because it's so wet, and you know, the snow is all turning to slush because it's not freezing. So I'm thinking, well, we'll get a bit further up into the Lairig and then turn around and come back the same way, rather than
trudge up through there
and into the mist and so on. It just doesn't seem worth it, because even from lower down there's not going to be much in the way of views other than the forest, as you can see looking across there.
Yeah, you can't see it. It's just a blanket of.
You see above the trees.
Yeah. And there's no wind at the moment.
No wind. It's not freezing. It's, in fact, I've got a little thermometer on what it says. It's that says it's 6 degrees, which I can believe, given that I've got a wind shirt and a base layer on.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I've just taken the lightweight fleece off because I was too warm.
Yeah.
I haven't worn a hat. at all, or gloves. I mean, you know.
Yeah, even I've taken my gloves off for the moment.
Yes.
That's saying something.
So, yeah,
it's subtropical.
6 degrees and no wind and drizzle.
Yes.
And it's thawing.
So we're just going to carry on walking up here for another
We'll go a bit further,
further, and see what
the view looks like.
see what we don't see. Yeah. So this is the Lairig Ghru going up through there. There's one other person ahead of us. He stopped for a minute, I don't know what he was doing, put his pack cover on, I think. It's mostly slushy. There's a few places where it's a little bit more icy, but mostly slushy. I'm trying to make sure I walk in the soft snowy bits. Cooling off a little bit now as I put my gloves back on. My fingers were starting to cool off, so it's a little bit cooler. Chris was saying a couple of years ago he came down this bank here to get into the forest and then couldn't cross the river down there, so I had to go up the river, find somewhere to cross, and then down this way. So we're getting a bit more snow here. You can see the sides of that hill up there. We'll probably walk another, I don't know, 15, 20, 25 minutes, something like that, and then we'll head back. Ooh. And then there's less snow here. So there's quite a bit of snow down through there. Yeah. Comparatively speaking, it's not that much snow, but you know what I mean. And then on the path here, not so much. I don't know about other people, but every now and again I sort of do a scrape of the ground to see what it's like, if it's grippy or slippery. I'd say this is probably like this is really like into the mouth of the Lairig Ghru here. We've got water flowing. I see, it's quite a lot of water in places. We're getting higher and higher, where slowly some of these hills here are not much higher than we are now. Obviously a very big one up there. And obviously probably about 2 years ago. It was up here where we came down Lurcher's Crag and camped up the top.
It's too soggy.
Yes. Yeah, it's neither one thing nor the other, isn't it?
Mm.
So Lurcher's Crag is probably somewhere up there in the
you're
mist.
Looking directly at it. That's
that's
Lurcher's up there.
So Lurcher's Crag's up there. So we would have come down there a couple of years ago, probably down one of these slopes down here, and then camp would have been probably just over that, maybe just round the corner around there somewhere.
Not very far.
Just around there. But we're going to turn round from here. It's 2 o'clock. We've been walking for 3 hours. It's going to be dark in 3 hours, and we'd like to get back, you know, ideally within the next couple of hours, so there's a bit of light in camp. So, and we're not benefiting anything by walking on into that and heading up into that. So we're gonna be sensible campers, and rather than doing something stupid and going on, we've had an enjoyable walk up here, bit of exercise, bit of a natter, some misty damp views of snow and trees.
Over there you can see how the snow came in on winds from that direction.
Okay,
see
yes.
a row of little cornices along that bank there.
Yeah.
You know.
So you got deep little drifts.
Yeah.
Over there. So we're going to make our way down.
Snow there.
Yeah.
And then you look the other way, where the wind was hitting and it scoured.
Right. Yeah.
In hollows where all the snow is blown off, and the other side of that hill will look like this one.
Ah, right. Okay. Yes.
Snow on it.
So the side that I was saying that you could probably get down because it's not as steep as that would probably have deeper snow on it.
The other side of the hill will have. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna head down and we'll catch up a bit later. Welcome into camp. It's cold and wet. My hands are cold. The bottoms of my trousers are wet. Socks I think are dry enough. But I just feel like I want something just to nice and cozy, just to warm up. So I think soup is in order. And I should have warmed my lighter up. Okay, alright, what I'll do is we'll put the lighter in my pocket for a minute and we'll warm up the old-fashioned way for a minute. Let's get a few bits out of the pack. So we've just got that. It's still light, which is a nice change, because quite often in the past when we've got back it's been quite, you know, it's been dark and we've been fumbling around trying to find something. So I will admit it does make a nice change to get back with some degree of light. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one off now, because this has been my main coat during the day, and it's been warm enough and it hasn't rained. Okay, let me rephrase that. it hasn't stopped spitting with rain all day, but it hasn't been raining very heavily. So I didn't need to put my paramo on because it wasn't, it wasn't raining, enough for that. I took the snow baskets in case they were needed, but I didn't think I'd need them, and I didn't. In fact, I didn't even once open the pack. Had my warm hat. My bivvy bag. I think we would have been very much in the difficulties if we'd have needed the bivvy bag, but I took it. First aid and medical stuff, liner gloves. I took my gaiters. To be fair, gaiters probably would have kept the bottom part of my trousers dry, but I'm not a huge gaiter fan. I wear them when I think if I was really getting wet, although to be fair we are quite damp, then I probably would have put them on, or if we'd have been in a lot of snow and I'd have needed them, to keep snow out, then I would have put them on. I prefer the Freedom really. Castrol thermometer is somewhere. I put my waterproof mittens on once because my hands were starting to get a little bit cool, and just that extra layer helps, it helps a lot. And that was probably, of everything that I took, apart from one energy bar, I think really the only thing, and a couple of sips of water, about the only thing that I used. Alright, now then, maybe now that lighter will work. Let's see. There we go. Get that one. Like I said, if your lighter's not working, put it in a pocket, inside pocket, and wait 5 minutes, and that will sort it. I really don't have very much food, so I've got 2 of those, so that's my soup. I've got 2 of those, I've got plenty. They 2. Oh, hooray. Breakfast. And a Nutrigrain. So I'll try and just use that tonight. 30 minutes to sunset. Oh, put your lid on your pot. I bet that's glowing some. Yeah. Ooh. It wasn't supposed to rain this evening, it was supposed to be dry now. But it's quite damp. It's coming up to boil. That's maximum, crank it up to maximum. To be fair, we did put extra water in there, and I think that's boiling. Virtually, anyway. Watch the pot never boils. How are you getting on? You've got your water, you're going to go and get your water now?
Get water. Well, I'm going to get in, I think.
Settle in for the night.
Get a bit dry.
Yes.
It's still not particularly cold. But
No. I put my gloves on because my hands got cold, but that was only because I went to get the water. So I'm going to have some soup and then warm up, and then I'm going to get in the sleeping bag, I think. As I said, it's just gone 4. It's quite early, but it's raining, so
it's
I can't...
raining, it is getting dark.
Yeah.
It's quite dismal, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't raining, you could go outside for a minute or something, but you know.
I'd sit outside or go for a wander around and look at things. I mean, I might get out again if it clears up later.
Yeah.
But
what time do you want to aim to leave tomorrow? About 11ish?
Yeah, leave by. I'll probably.
I'll be ready by then easily anyway. But
I'll probably be awake by 7.
Yeah, yeah.
If not before.
But if we leave by 11, then we'll be back at the cars by 12 at the latest. Because I assume we'll go the pathway around.
Well, I think we'll go the pathway around.
Go the pathway around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we'd obviously, if we're ready to go earlier, then we can go a bit earlier.
Well, say if the weather's not too bad, I might do a little
video. Yeah. I mean, 11 o'clock would be fine because we're not in a rush.
No, 11's fine. Yeah.
You know, if we get back to Cara's at 12, we'll be in Aviemore by 12:15, 12:30.
Yeah.
Cup of tea and something to eat there. If I can be going by 2, and that's stacks of time to get going by 2.
Okay, so we'll
aim for 11. You know, if it's a bit either side, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fine. And then, like I said, I mean, I'm probably going to stay in here now because I don't think there's any point in me getting out. But
once I get
obviously, if you wander out and you want to pop over, come over and say hello.
I won't get out again
unless it improves, or you want to straight. Yeah.
If it's just like this.
Yeah. Which
You know.
I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to do. Whether it's supposed to ease up.
Well,
I can't remember now what it was.
It was supposed to ease up and be dry all afternoon, and it hasn't.
Yes.
I mean, you know, as I said before, this cloud is not moving; it's just sitting on.
It's just sitting there, isn't it?
And it will go on, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's certainly meant to be showers all day tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, well.
So it looks like it's going to be like this tomorrow. As long as it's not more than this, then we can get back to car in this easily.
Oh God, yeah, yes, yeah. Well, even if it rains heavy.
Yeah, we'll get back anyway. Yes.
It's all woodland walking, so.
Yeah. So
it's on the paths, there's virtually no snow.
Yeah, that's right. You know. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the road is like, because when I went to the car, the road was quite slick, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like tomorrow.
Well, it should have thawed a lot.
Hopefully it'll be more thawed by tomorrow. Yeah.
This drizzle and the warm temperature.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine by tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, I will see you, if not later, in the morning.
Yeah. Sleep well.
Yes, I will. And you.
Bye.
Let's get this soup on the road. That's a monster bowl of soup.